We need to talk about what's going on in Sudan. What's happening there should haunt every single one of us. I know it's hard to watch these videos and to hear all of these atrocities, but it's so important to stay aware of what is going on in the world so that we aren't being complacent. I tend to get very emotional when I talk about these topics, almost always crying, because it genuinely does hurt my heart seeing how these people are being tortured. People are being burned alive in Sudan. Raping women in front of their husbands, in front of their children, killing the husbands, and then proceeding to rape a woman. 15 million people are displaced. They've been going through a famine. They're shooting children in the streets, wiping out entire generations of families. This isn't just a civil war, this is quite literally flat out another genocide that is occurring in our world. And it's happening right now. Bodies are being dumped in mass graves, hospitals are being bombed, entire villages are being turned to ash, and guess who's funding it? The United Arab Emirates. Yeah, the same UAE that has Dubai, where people and influencers go to party and get on yachts and live this luxury lifestyle, and you see them with all of this expensive stuff. Yeah, that UAE. They're profiting off of torture, rape, and war crimes in Sudan, and it needs to be talked about so much more than it is because not many people know. A lot of people are aware of what's going on in Sudan, but not many people know who is funding it and who is profiting off of the suffering of people. RSF, which is responsible for all of these horrific actions going on in Sudan, is directly backed and funded by the UAE. Not just with money, but with drones, with airstrikes, with logistics, literally plans, just like the US is with Israel. If you're sitting there asking yourself why, it's because they don't have any of their own resources, like most of the Western world. They benefit off of the resources of Africa and African countries. They want Sudan's gold. Sudan is rich in gold, and I mean extremely abundant in it, as most African countries are abundant in some sort of resource. RSF is letting the UAE illegally mine it so that they can get funded in return. It's quite literally blood money, and it is disgusting to see. The gold gets shipped through Dubai, it gets polished, melted, branded, you know what, and then guess where it ends up? On our wrists, on our ears, necklaces. All of the gold that we are wearing could potentially be from the Sudanese genocide. Our electronics are directly from the Congo genocide. The stuff we use day to day is directly from the torture of African bodies, and that is why you need to care. It is so damn important because without the suffering of these people, you wouldn't live the life you live today. Not only is that despicable, you should be loud about it. You should be yelling because there is no reason you should have resources that the African people don't have themselves, but they're being abused for it. While the Sudanese people are being murdered, governments are making thousands, millions, trillions of dollars. Corporations are just getting richer and people are just scrolling on their phones like nothing's happening. It is very important that you're aware of what is going on. And this isn't new. European forces would install rubber quotas, so children, families had to mine for impossible quotas to meet for rubber, and if they did not meet those requirements, their hands would be chopped off. I mean, look at this picture. This is horrific. Babies, children had their hands chopped off so that colonizers could profit. Do you know what it's like to never be safe in your own skin? From birth, to be Black, to be African, to be Muslim, to be indigenous, to be marginalized. Our tax dollars are helping fund this. You might not be able to stop it, but you damn sure do have a voice. So use it, because Sudan deserves more. Tigray deserves more. The Amhara people deserve more. Congo deserves more. Gaza deserves more. Our Hispanic community in the United States deserves more. Talk about it. Donate if you can. Demand our government stops funding these. And even if it doesn't make a change, at least you know you're doing something. I'm not going to apologize for crying on here. I'm not going to apologize for being so upset about the different genocides that are going on in the community and talking about it and being loud about it. And if you don't like that, get off my page. Do not go in my comments and start leaving nasty hate comments and yada 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 because you don't like the fact that I'm emotional about something that upsets me. You are typing hate from your couch while there are actual people on the ground doing this work. As a United Nations volunteer, it's extremely disrespectful for people to come on my page and say you're not doing enough when I'm informing millions of people as well as volunteering all for free. This is my job. I'm a journalist. I do a lot of activism work. I do service. I'm doing my master's right now, which I'm probably going to get kicked out of the program because I can't afford tuition. And I will start my PhD as soon as I finish my master's. And I can barely afford rent because I chose to do this work, the things that matter, service, justice, and activism, over doing some 9 to 5. Does that mean some nights I don't eat? Yes, but I will never know what it's like to be a 6-year-old in Sudan or in Gaza who's gone 5 days without food or water at all, who's standing in a humanitarian aid line being shot at. And that is heart-wrenching to me, and I'm not going to apologize for crying about it. I have thousands of dollars I have to pay for tuition, for getting my stuff to Spain to do this work, to get trained for a lot of my volunteer work, to do my interviews for exonerees, to fly to prisons, to do work there. You do not know what someone is going through, and I'm not about to take my phone and take my camera into my justice work and use it as a photo op. I don't agree with that. I've said that multiple times on my page, and if you do that, that's totally on you. That's totally fine. It's not part of my morals. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to build a platform off of literally photographing people suffering. That is not who I am.